by introducing our today's panelist, Ms. Dr. Raju. Dr. Raju S. Ganavarpue is an MBA, LLB, PhD by qualification and is an honorable goodwill ambassador for Republic of Geneva and is also a country which is a country government of Kisumu. Our second panelist today we have with us is Victor Maniraj. He is he's a director in Kinsley Knit International Report. It's a government recognized export house specializing in the manufacturing and export of high quality knitted garments. So welcome, Dr. Raju. You guys can please unmute yourself so that we can hear you.
Very glad, Mr. Sonil. Thanks a lot for making me join this good group of enthusiasts. And I'm delighted to see Mr. Victor Maniraj and you.
Namaste.
Fantastic. Namaste to you all.
Yeah.
Congratulations for being part of this team initiated by our good friend Sohail. I'm very eager to understand more about the innovations and the glad part of our textile industry. As far as textile industry is concerned, I'm an odd man out, in fact. And yeah, of course.
So I would say, Dr. Raju, there is a lot to learn today from you and some of the newest and the greenest innovations that you are doing and you're part of. We will come back to you very quickly. So I would start in today's session by calling up Mr. Victor Maniraj. And Mr. Victor has been very excited about this new product that he has developed. And we would like to hear directly from Mr. Victor as to what is this product about and how is it different from what is currently getting available in the market. So, Mr. Maniraj, I would like you to come and share some words about this PPE kit to start with.
Right. So, very good evening, one and all. And I'm very glad to be a part of this session. And thank you, Mr. Sonal, and thank you, Mr. Raju. And I would like to share my opinion about Sotex here. And Mr. Sonal is doing a wonderful job here. And he is motivating a lot of us and letting us know what is happening in the industry and what are the new innovations happening in the industry. And I should really thank you, Mr. Sonal, for keeping us updated in the industry. Yes. And so this is Victor, as Mr. Sonal said. And I'm from Kinsley Knit International. We are based in Tirupur. And I would just like to get into a simple presentation, a video presentation for 2 minutes. Is that okay, Mr. Sonal?
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah.
We're all excited to understand this.
Welcome to the new future and advanced technology of medical textiles. We are very proud to introduce ourselves, Kinsley Knit International, a government-recognized export house, specialized manufacturer and exporter of high-quality knitted garments. We are immensely happy to introduce a new revolutionary act in garment industry, the PPE kit, Personal Protective Equipment Kit. Our motto in developing the PPE kit, providing a class with high standard. We manufacture 100% cotton coverall with antimicrobial properties made out of coconut extracts. This coverall could be washed and reused for up to 20 times of use. This PPE kit contains 10 components to safeguard the COVID-19 warriors. We designed this product having 3 things in mind for the concept. 1. Safety, treated with safe antimicrobial products. 2. Comfort, cotton gives comfort. 3. Eco-friendly, a biodegradable product. The antimicrobial we use in this coverall is a semi-organic, food-grade, biodegradable product which kills the virus by its mechanical action. This doesn't only filter the virus, but it kills the virus when in contact. The virus is killed within less than a minute. The antimicrobial we use doesn't carry any nanometallic substances to fight against the pathogens. It is non-leaching and non-depleting antimicrobial. For further details, check out our website, kinsey.co.in, or log on to our email address, support@kinseynet.in. Let's all join hands in building a new and a better tomorrow. Kinsey Knit International, built for perfection.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's a great innovation, Mr. Victor.
Thank you, sir.
And that's the need of the AVA innovation, in fact, because we're all fed up with the plastic version in the name of COVID.
Yes. Yes.
Great work, great work.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
So to continue further, Ms. Sonal, I think I'm audible to everyone.
Yeah.
We all know that the situation is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what is before January for all of the world, and for India, before March and after March, it's a total different scenario in our personal lives and in the business life. And when the COVID lockdown started, we were also just looking what is happening, and the days started passing, and we all clapped for the doctors, and we lit light for the doctors, and we encouraged doctors by doing something from home. And after a week or so, after 10 days or 15 days, we started getting a lot of news that the PPE kits which doctors using, it is of total uncomfortable product for them, and it makes a lot of doctors and their juniors to get fainted, and they are dehydrated without getting proper air inside. The total sweating causes them dehydrated. And when a few of my friends who is into medical field and few of the doctor friends were discussing a lot of things about their uncomfortable days which they are experiencing, and that made us to think something we have to do for this medical field till they come up with a vaccination or some proper medicine. It is the fashion industry who need to support them, because they use a coverall which is so uncomfortable. So we thought of getting into a comfortable PPE kit or coverall for them. And for that, we wanted to give 3 concepts like comfort. Comfort is needed, but at the same time, it has to be safe. Safeness is the most important word that we have to focus when we develop something for the medical industry. And finally, it should be a biodegradable one. We want to develop something which is biodegradable. And that is the result that we have come up with: washable, reusable, biodegradable PPE, that is coverall PPE kit. And again, I would like to share a screen to you all, which explain more about the coverall. So this is a cotton, super breathable, antimicrobial treated virus protection, virus protected. Like it is this PPE kit will not just what you can say, like it will not filter, but it kills the pathogens. See, the cotton regularly, it normally gives comfort to the wearer. So because it is breathable, it gives a lot of comfort to the wearer. And the antimicrobial which we have applied on the fabric, it is it is a semi-organic food grade product, and as well it is a biodegradable one. So this product just acts against virus, bacteria, fungus, dust mite, mold, these kind of pathogens. And this is an odor-free product also. And when you talk about this odor-free and all these characters of the product, it is also a food grade product which doesn't harm the wearer. It gives utmost comfort. So it is antiviral, it is anti-odor. And again, we have also treated this fabric that it is a water repellent or blood repellent. The blood cannot penetrate in. And it also resists the solid particles, and it is washable and reusable. So this kit contains an inner t-shirt and a bottom, which is knitted product. This product is also being treated with antimicrobials. So this both works together, and it gives 2-layer shield for the wearer to the front-end warriors. So with this thing, like the virus killing efficiency is more than like 98-99%. When the virus or the pathogen gets contact on the coverall, it is getting killed less than 1 minute. It is killed less than a minute, and that is the characteristic of the antimicrobial that we use. It kills the virus or the bacteria or the pathogens just not with chemical action. It kills them with its mechanical action. A spike kind of structure is getting formed when we apply the antimicrobial on the surface of the fabric, and it has positively charged nitrogen. So it attracts the negatively charged pathogens, and it attracts and gets it kills the pathogen. That is how the killing action happens. And we can ask, like, how sure the doctors can be when they unwear or undress the coverall. When I said it kills the viruses and bacteria less than 1 minute. So when a doctor, after attending the patient, when the doctor gets into his room, and if he sit alone for a minute or two, the coverall gets disinfectant, like it self clean the product. And this is how the antimicrobial works on the product. And when you see the coverall, it is protected with, it has protective coverall with hood, and we give a face mask treated with antimicrobial. And the outer layer, the coverall, is being made with 100% cotton, and it is again treated with antimicrobial one. And inside this coverall, we have the second layer where the doctors or the assistants can use. That is also being treated. The t-shirt, knitted t-shirt, and the bottom is treated with antimicrobial product. It is totally breathable, and it's lightweight material. The cuffs and the hood portion and the bottom of the coverall is being properly stitched with elastics to cover, to give better protection. And the seams are properly hot air sealed. So it protects against the penetration of virus through the seams also. And this has a shoe, that is a shoe cover, which is treated with antimicrobial. So with this kit, we give 10 products, as I mentioned. Like, this kit has about 10 products, which is the coverall, the inner set, and it has a face mask, goggle, gloves, and it has a face shield. It has a hand towel, and we give socks also, which is treated with the antimicrobial, and a shoe cover. And when the doctor or when the wearer removes all these items, like they can put it in a cloth cover, cloth bag, which is also again treated with the antimicrobial. And this is how this package is done. And yeah, this is about the product.
Fantastic, Victor. Fantastic.
So, thank you, Mr. Maniraj. We will just come back to you on
Right.
this particular subject.
Right.
Um,
Welcome, sir.
So, the purpose of doing and sharing this product with you was a simple reason. The reason why we picked up this particular subject today, that we are all into the COVID-19 situation. And the situation has not been pleasant in the last few months. And we all have witnessed this at a very, grave stage. Businesses have all been down and things have not been at all pleasant in these circumstances. So while we have been talking about what are the things that we can do, what all areas that we can check upon, we wanted to share a quick slide with you. So I'm just sharing one slide with every one of you. Now this slide is depicting upon the seriousness of the situation which we have over here. We all got into the situation about in the early or the mid of February, and now we see that from almost nil cases to about 20 lakh plus cases, which we are now at nearly about 25 lakh cases. So in this 6 months, there has been a lot of change which have gone through. From a low growth number of cases in the lockdown between 22nd March to 21st May, there is a high growth which has come up post the post the lockdown situation has started coming up. And currently we are facing nearly about 150% growth in the COVID-19 cases on month-on-month basis. So the reason of having the presentation starting from Mr. Maniraj was with every single cases that are coming up in different part of the country, there's a proportionate increase in the toxic medical waste which is going out daily from the hospitals and the other centers. And today's conversation that we are having with all the people who are joining us. So, Dr. Raju, now I would like to, ask you to please join us on this discussion and help us understand. You have been in this area for fairly long time, and you have also been part of some of the esteemed organizations. And one of the main areas that you run is a green mantra, which is a green initiative to ensure that companies or there is a sustainability towards the environment, and whatever we produce as a community, it should be environmental friendly. So what is your thought about the coverall PPE which Mr. Maniraj has just proposed?
It's just wonderful and need of the our innovation, Mr. Maniraj. And I'm very much glad that you have experimented and made reality, which is need of the hour. Because as an individual, let me give a brief about my journey. And because as I told you, I'm an odd man out for the textile industry. But my thought and my wish is always with the green, right? And you made it reality, right? And I'm very much thankful for the new innovation you brought it out. And I have few questions to get clarity on it, and I'll ask those questions a bit later, right?
Yes.
but it is certainly need of the hour because as an individual and environmental lover, I started my fight against plastics. Against plastics, it's been almost a decade now, right? And the end of the day, and thanks to Corona, and the compromise will be using plastic now, right? Because there is no other material which can give real protection to my frontline warriors out there, right? The appreciable innovation from you would be certainly a game changer. Probably the certification part and the scientific part probably we may have to discuss more and understand. Yeah. So it's fantastic innovation, Sohail. I think all of us put together, we need to encourage these kind of innovations. And from my side, yes, I would vouch for giving my shoulder whatever possible to you. Thanks a lot.
So, Mr. Raju, at this point of time, I would also like to understand, since you are into this area and you have also been part of, COVID area, you have been one of the persons who is from Andhra doing a lot of innovations. I would like to understand what kind of innovations are, being brought up from your part, because you are running series of businesses, and what all kind of innovations that you have put in the last few months.
Yeah. So if that is the question, probably I may have to tell about 3 minutes brief about my 3 decades of exposure. Right. See, my urge towards life started with hunger, right? And started journey with searching for a penny to have my food. Started journey with printing and publication industry. Way back, I think late 80s and early 90s. Then we switched over to many other things. Now we are into solar, we are into LED, we are into IT, we are into pharmaceuticals, and we have started biodegradable products a bit. I think last 4 years we are working on biodegradables. And of course, I'm an of late I have turned entrepreneur turned academician now. Instantly, I became the professor of management in one of the largest universities in India. You must have heard about Osmania University, is it? It's a 100-year-old, a century-old university. I'm part of it. And we have started a few institutions, engineering and management institutions, where we offer B.Tech, B Pharmacy, M.Tech, MBA courses. Right. So during this journey, I have an opportunity to interact with the most energetic youngsters. Every year, almost about approximately about 2,000 youngsters, student folks goes out of my hands with certification. So I started picking up those young minds and drive towards innovations, right? And the so-called buzzword startups, everybody must have heard about, is it? So those startups have definitely encouraged us, and till date we have started about 64 or 60 plus startups from my hands and my institutions. And most of those startups are into innovations only, right? And most of our innovations are towards a sustainable, attaining sustainable goals of the United Nations. And be it food security, be it agriculture, be it fighting against the pollution, fighting against the plastics and all that blah blah blah. And thanks to Corona again, Corona has started the course correction in our lives. And I proudly say to my friends, blessing in disguise. Although I'm very much worried about my people, the youngsters and business community, troubling with the COVID scenarios and financial crisis and all, but it has given a great opportunity for all of us to bring in the best of innovations needed for the for the sake of environment. And the example is Mr. Victor, right?
So I would also like to understand time, what are the specific innovations that have happened at your area?
Yeah. So now that is where I'm coming. And the so-called lockdown started in the middle of March. We were all clueless what to run and how to run our institutions and industries. And the overhead, if I take the overhead part, probably I may have to feed about 200 odd employees across all my group. So that's a big question for me. So we were clueless situation for about 15 days till the beginning of April, and converted all our facilities towards COVID seva. See, the so-called disposables and the needs of the COVID fight things, be it sanitizers, be it the typical mask, be it coveralls or whatever. So we have converted all that and started the ecosystem of producing COVID-related activities, right? That means we have compromised our, the originality of not using plastics to compromise to using only plastics, right? Now, unlike our friend who made this coverall with the cotton, early April we have developed this fabric. So this fabric is a typical non-woven fabric, of course, right? And coated with antimicrobial, what you are talking. Now the question is, what kind of antimicrobials we are using? I don't know, I need to understand from you, the antimicrobial, what you are coating on the cotton fabric, is it a natural one or the chemical one?
It is a natural one. It is a natural one. It is a
natural means
semi-organic product.
And is it from a plant-based products or the nano-based products?
It is not nano-based. It's a plant-based product.
Yeah. So this fabric is a nano-based again.
Okay.
And derived from the tulsi and the neem extracts. The nano-based silver and copper has been derived from our typical age-old, centuries-old neem and tulsi.
Right.
And we have applied this coating, this innovation, we have filed, of course, a patent. This innovation is a joint innovation between our company and the DRDO.
Right.
This is one great innovation we could bring in. Yeah, this is one. And you must have seen, this is a typical 3-ply mask, is it? Right. So this is again a non-woven. This is non-woven only. But this is not simply disposable. You can use it for multiple times with my kind of coating. As you rightly mentioned, antimicrobial coating kills the germs or the virus or whatever. Right? And not only by killing the virus, it also protects. Still it is breathable. This is another innovation. And this is, of course, that is what I said. This is not related to the textile industry. This is the natural disinfectant liquid we have developed on water-based. Because we are all fed up with the chemical and alcohol-based sanitizers.
Right.
Whenever you go and meet people, you have to several times, and at the end of the day, your skin tissues are being damaged. So we have experimented with this, our centuries-old technologies. Of course, I think we could come across 1,200-year-old technology is this. We just reinvented the wheel.
Right.
And when we got it tested, we were amazed to see the results. It is 99.99% of production in 30 seconds of exposure. Number one. Number two, you just need to apply this liquid only once. Or you can just spray the liquid across any surface. It stays for at least 24 hours. There is no need for you to keep on sanitizing your environment or your body. So these are the very few innovations related to the COVID. And there are other innovations we could came across during this COVID, not related to the textile again. Now we are trying to collaborate these technologies with the textile industries. For example, I tell you, This is a typical notebook. Right? But this notebook is not an ordinary notebook. This is a seed embedded notebook. You use this this notebook. After you just tear it off, put it on the soil. You grow your plants, flowers or plants.
Great.
So, and this is another innovation. These were the typical pencils you must have seen in markets. Right. And we have modified our own innovation during this COVID. Now this pencil is normally, how do we make the pencil? By using the wood, is it? There is no wood in it. This is a recycled paper we have used to make these pencils. Right? And end of the tip of it, you have vegetable seeds in it.
Right.
You use it and dispose this off. You propagate your vegetables back home. For example, you buy a 5 rupee pencil and you grow 500 rupees worth of vegetables, organic vegetables at your backyard. Right. Not only that, now coming back to the COVID innovation, while you sharpen the pencil, whatever the waste you get it, no, that waste is antimicrobial. You just need to spread that the waste of this comes out of this pencil, mix it, just spray it. That's all. You are done with it. Now we are spraying the waste of this pencil, applying it to these masks. So now I am trying to protect my child who is going to have a school experience again, probably after 1 month or so. He will use his pencil, keep on sanitizing his hands as well as his mask.
So before we get on to some questions, I would also like to invite Mr. Tushar. I'd like to ask you to please join us and give us a quick understanding of what is the innovation that you have done on the in this time, in the last few months.
Thank you, Sonil ji. Thank you. Good evening, first of all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Tuhar.
Yes, very good evening to all the participants, all the panelists and all the attendees, first of all. And thank you, Mr. Sonil, for arranging such a lovely and a great platform. And I would like to thank the entire team SOTEX. Thank you, Mr. Maniraj, and thank you, Dr. Raju, for enlightening the things and the innovations you've been doing since in the Corona period, Corona time. Since my name is Tushar, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Tushar. I'm taking care of the product called MaskJet here. And as Dr. Raju said, I would like to thank again the Corona, and because of that only we, able to do some new innovations, particularly like the surgical mask, if we talk about the disposable masks. So we initiated this machine and we launched this a few months back since the lockdown was imposed in the entire country. And we are running it with a good numbers installation across the nation, and we are doing a good job on this particularly. And with the permission of all yours, I would like to run a small presentation about the product. Can I have the permission, Mr. Sonil?
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. I'm sharing the screen. See, this is the brand called ColorJet. And we are one of the largest manufacturer of digital inkjet printers, including the signage, UV, as well as the textile printers. So during the lockdown session, we initiated with a new project, and we launched a product called MaskJet. So this is the machine what manufactures and produces the mask body, and this is the machine exactly on your right hand side, which loops which does the ear loops. This is a small presentation video This is how the machine works and produces the masks. The production capacity is recommended is 60 to 70 pieces per minute. This is all we know is surgical masks.
Tushar, is the machine completely automatic, or is it just giving out the layering here and the elastics have to be attached separately?
It is semi.
Hope everybody have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the initiative we took, and we made the production here only. We are manufacturing the product here in India only, and the product is CE certified and BIS approved product. Since we are one of the largest manufacturer, and we are making it here in India, 100% Indian manufacturer mask making machine we are making here. So these are the few features of the machine. This is the machine, you can see it on your screen. 3-ply, 1 to 4-ply mask, we can make it on the same machine. One to 4-ply mask, and it supports 50 up to the 50 GSM fabric. Production, what we recommend is 60 pieces per minute, 60 to 70 pieces. Yes. This is a solid aluminum structure frame, illuminate for non-vibration, guarantee stability for the long life. And apart from the mask making machine, we also supply the ultrasonic melting machines. And these are the high grade precision components we use and we supply. And this is a non-polluting machine. No, not at all. Technical specifications. This is a very low power consuming machine, very low light weighted machine built with the hardcore aluminum. And we also offer to our clients and customers a complete 1-year warranty, as none of these other manufacturer or other suppliers does that. So this is how the making of mask, and then the process of making masks. You have to put the raw material into the machine, the non-woven fabric. These are the non-woven masks, non-woven fabric mask. And the roll forms that fed into the mask making machine, and the machine then does the folding, cutting, ultrasonic, seaming, and everything on the one machine. And after that, the mask makes in the two processes. The second process is attaching the ear loops. That is being done by the second machine, what I showed on the right hand side in my previous slides. So these are the raw materials and consumables to be used, and are easily available in the market. People are using it and people are getting it through in the international market only. Easily suppliers, we can get it. What we have calculated and made an R&D on this, the manufacturing cost of the particular one mask goes from ₹1 to ₹2. There is a very low cost product, and we can get it, and we can earn the margin from 80 paisa to ₹2. Accordingly, variant to variant, what variation we are doing into the mask and what variant we are manufacturing from our machine. This is all possible from this one machine. The biggest strength we are making in India. This is the biggest strength for the ColorJet, MaskJet, the mask making machine. And what are the major aspects and advantages with ColorJet India Limited? What we are offering to our customer, this is 100% make in India and very economical and affordable solution for those who looks forward for the taking an initiative during this Corona time and want to do something really essential. This is a very essential item as on date. We also offer the 1-year complete warranty on the product, we have a large engineer base all across the country, since we have the local offices out there in the all metro and P-class cities available here in India. Spare parts, everything is available. Delivery, yes, we have the regular stocks with us. We assure in case of any customization, if the customer wants to get any customization into the machine, so we take 2 to 4 weeks to make it, and we assuredly give it to the delivery.
So
And,
at this point of time, thank you. Yeah, Tushar, that was important. I was just about to ask you what are the kind of certifications you're providing and
Yes.
what are the price benefits. So I'm going to come back to you again with more questions here, Tushar.
Sure, sure.
If you can
Yeah,
stay
sure, Sonal.
with us. I want to go back to Maniraj. Maniraj, can you please be there on the screen? Tushar, can you stop the screen share, please?
Yes, I would.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving me a chance to.
Very good, Tushar. Great.
Thank you.
Mr. Maniraj, thank you once again, and we would like to pose out some questions to you. And of course, I would let the questions be coming from Dr. Raju also in the time interval. So, Mr. Maniraj, this is a product which you have been developing. From last month or so, I have been quite inquisitive about knowing the detailing about the product.
Right.
And the reason I was inquisitive is because of the large kind of bio waste which is getting generated from the regular PPE.
Right.
Now, if you were to figure out what is the complete ideology about this, and when you brought up this product, and this product is something which I believe can be a difference to the doctors, what is the level of doctors they can use this? Is it the people in the OT or the people who are exposed directly to the COVID patients or people in the other areas? What is the level of exposure that can be given from your product?
Yeah, the front-end warriors also can use this. Like I've got to deliver to some of the doctors from AIIMS, and they started using this, and we got a good appreciation from them, the team of doctors. And also we have given to government hospitals in Tamil Nadu, where this has been extensively invited, and they felt that they said that it is comfortable, and they have also tested in their microbiology department, and they were comfortable enough to use this in the COVID department also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Fantastic. Mr. Victor, as we are talking of antimicrobials,
Right, sir.
there are two different aspects here. One is antimicrobial coating. The other one is a coating which requires for stopping the liquid or blood penetration part.
Yeah, right.
So both antimicrobial coating what you are giving and the barrier part of liquid penetration,
Yeah.
are one and the same, or you are using two different parts?
We are using two different compositions.
Okay.
The antimicrobial part, it covers killing of
Viruses. Viruses and antimicrobial.
killing of bacteria for about more than 100 washes, and virus killing efficacy is there above 50 washes. And the efficiency of killing virus and bacteria is about 99.995,993,998. So that kind of
Was it based on any lab?
yeah, it is only by lab testing. Yeah,
Which kind of labs we have got it
it is
tested?
from Citra, it is from SGS, it is from other international labs, it is from labs from Australia and labs from Switzerland.
Fantastic. So now, when it comes to the of course, although the innovation and the but you can't measure the value of the innovation when it compares to the life. But our typical Indian market is cost sensitive, price sensitive.
Yes.
So how far are you addressing with that?
Sir, almost PPE kit, cost of PPE kit, which reaches the doctors is between 250 rupees to 500 rupees. This is the market price which I have studied. This particular PPE kit can be washed and reused up to 20 times minimum. Though the virus killing efficacy is for more than 50 washes, and the blood penetration report is there for about 30 washes, we advise doctors to use 20 times. And when it is a doctor is using 250 rupees PPE kit per day, and if he use for 20 days, he should spend 5,000 rupees.
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah, and it is not in that price level. It is more cheaper or most cost effective when compared with the PPE kit, non-woven PPE kit, which we all are using.
How many times faster than the PPE?
Probably it can be between 3,000 to 4,000 according to the products they want and the quantity the company is looking for.
I know. Probably right. Probably I would share your connect with my doctors team. We have about 70 doctors team across in Hyderabad.
Right, sir. Right.
And right away, just share your number. Probably you might get some leads out of it.
Right. And the most important thing is not about cost or so though it is very competitive when you compare with the regular PPE kit, it is more competitive, but the comfortness what the doctor gets is extremely, you cannot compare with what they are using now.
I can understand.
It is just wearing a t-shirt and on the top of the t-shirt is just a shirt. Yeah. That is the feel a doctor gets. And the doctor now gets a feel of alien kind of stuff. But this will definitely keep them very comfortable, and it will allow them to focus into the work they do. And the other thing is now the wastage also becomes 1:20. 20 kits has to be thrown away in 20 days. When you compare this product, you have to throw away only one kit in 20 days, and that too is biodegradable. And when you throw away after 20 times, still it is a antiviral product. When you throw away the antimicrobial which we use also doesn't have any nano silver, nano copper, nano zinc product. So the base raw material is a vegetable based. So it is very comfortable for the soil to get means it can solve it.
I totally get you on that. I'm totally with you on that. Cost is no comparison with the life. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Comfort. And on a lighter side, we always talk with our doctors team whenever we catch up.
Right.
So the patient will die of corona, and the doctor will die of PPE soon. Great, fantastic. Yeah.
And this is the package that we have designed.
Fantastic.
Sonil,
you can share his connect with me so that I would connect him with my doctor's team out there.
Sure. I would do that definitely. So one more important area that I would like to understand from Mr. Maniraj is since you have developed this kit and the complete the solvent, or I would say the chemical which is going, whether it is organic based chemical or the or it is any kind of chemical which is going on part of the coating, how it is good for the human breathability part, whether it is the breathability part or usability part, or if does it give any kind of harmful, I understand that you mentioned it as an organic product, but does it pose any kind of harmfulness when it is getting washed with the other garments or with the other things? Let's suppose a doctor wears it and puts it in the washing. It has to be washed alone, or it has to be washed with thing, or does it pose any kind of effect on the humans or the people which are getting exposed to this after wearing of the doctor?
Yes, I'll explain you about that. See, the product, the antimicrobial product is a semi-organic one. The raw material is a vegetable one, but for the the binder we use is a chemical-based one, but it is a Ocotex class 100 product. So there is no harmful material which is being used, or we have all the certifications of the antimicrobial also, which is a food grade product, and this can be used in a children or newborn baby's clothes also. So it is that safe. With the certifications we have, it is that safe. And this product is being used worldwide. This is not a product which popped up in this corona situation. This is there available from 2008 or 2009, it seems. And we are using this product for about 4 to 5 years for other products. Where we do export our product into for towels, for socks, for all other products, which is a towel, or which can be for the baby wraps and all. We use this antimicrobial product, and this corona situation gave us this space to bring out this PPE kit into the market. And you asked something, can it be washed alone, or it can be washed with some other product? See, when this product is away from the patient, or if a doctor sits in his room for more than 2 minutes or something like that, it self sanitizes the product. So when you undress the product, it is totally a safe one. You can wash it along with your children's cloth also. It is that safe, but it doesn't need any kind of separate wash instruction, or it is definitely not required. But in case if they want to wash it separately, yes, it can be done. See, this is the inner kit what we give. A long sleeve t-shirt with high neck and a bottom with a rib bottom. So this will give a extreme level of comfortness for the doctor to wear it inside. And on top of this, you can wear this cotton PPE kit. And you have a long zipper, which will give comfortness for the nature calls. And the most important thing is, all this seams are properly sealed.
So how does this seam react when you are doing a washing? Since it is the taping has been done by a normal...
This is done by hot air sealing machine, and it withstands more than 35 washes in our test, in the lab test, in the international lab test. It withstands for 35 washes, more than 35 washes.
You also mentioned that a lot of doctors are already using it in the AIIMS and the other hospitals in Tamil Nadu.
Right.
Do you have any kind of feedbacks from them, or any kind of testimonials that you would be able to share?
Yeah, definitely I'll be able to share that.
So, was it something related to the material which DuPont is using, Mr. Victor?
No, sir. No, sir. It is 100% cotton.
Okay. Now I will add some value to you.
Yes, sir.
So now I was just waiting for my office to give me the sample.
Okay.
I will be showing one fabric to you.
Right.
Looks like cotton for you.
Right.
But as you are using, this is made of banana as well as banana and bamboo.
Right, sir. Right.
Banana and bamboo, and we have coated with our natural this thing.
Nice. Nice.
Why I have asked you about the price is probably we can work out some modality.
Definitely, sir.
Probably if I can be of some help to you by giving a low cost material to reduce the pricing, retaining the every comfort what you are making.
Right. Right.
This would be one this thing probably I can share it with you.
Definitely, sir.
Another,
so nice of you, sir.
Another patent we have just filed today morning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just filed today morning.
Right.
So, Dr. Raju, you come from such a vast knowledge, being from the academic side. There are so many things which goes under you, and I also know that you have been an ex-board of advisors on DRDO. So, what kind of how do you think? What is the direction that Indian industry can take up, knowing that not only this is a problem statement which is there in the industry at large in the ecosystem, but if it is if India has to take up this challenge of addressing this as a textile producer also, what all things can be done and what kind of opportunities do you think India can offer in this particular area?
It's a quite tricky management question for a management professor as well.
Nothing is tricky for a management professor, I would say.
Let me confirm you, and I'm not the board of advisors of DRDO.
Okay.
I'm working in collaboration with the DRDO.
Yeah.
So out of about 40 odd DRDO units, we are tying up, we have a tie-up with several other things and we are working on with them. That's number one. Number coming to the industry part. Now the corona, the so-called corona is not going to go out of our lives very soon. That is for sure. Everyone has to realize this fact. That's number one. There is no end to corona next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Probably it might, live with us like HIV, which is living for the last 2.5 decades with us. So let us, as an industry, we have to get prepared for that, number one. Number two, industry is going to have big trouble, but fortunately, four areas are going to be the live wire. Number one, the first of all, food and agriculture is going to survive, whether it is corona period or not corona period, that's for sure. Food and agriculture is going to survive. Second one is healthcare, and the third one is textile industry. Right, the food protection, the health protection, and the body protection, these two are going to survive. Right, so the textile industry has to get along with corona and make more and more innovations every day and throughout. So then only we will have a great future ahead. Parallelly, and as a industry person, my experience is no one should limit their area of business with only one area, be it textile, be it something else. Parallelly, one has to work on the other area also. Right? That is another need of the hour, so that balance should be maintained theoretically. That is what the next one. Third one, if I say healthcare workers are the frontline warriors for corona, I would proudly say and salute to the backbone for the healthcare workers is the textile industry only. One has to realize that fact. Unless the hygiene is maintained through the linen, the bedsheet you use, the towel you use, the mask you use, the kit you use, that is not properly given, the healthcare worker even cannot survive. That means textile industry has a larger responsibility than the healthcare worker. I hope the participants in this forum agrees with me.
I definitely feel that.
What do you say, Sohail?
Yes, I definitely feel that. That is a lot of responsibility that is there in the textile industry, and they have to, I think, come out with certain new innovations like Mr. Maniraj has just shared. I think everyone has to come out with something or the other to support
So,
this cause.
yeah, yeah. So any more specific questions you would require me to answer?
Yes, there is a question being. So I have somebody from the audience, Mr. Sabir, has raised a question. I mean, he's raised his hand. So I would request Mr. Sabir to please unmute your mic. Mr. Gopinath has, I think, posted a question in the chat section wherein he has asked the handloom industry could have a scope during the lockdown and post-lockdown. So, is there anything specific that you would like to highlight, Mr. Gopinath? If you want to have a question directly, I can. You can raise your hand and I can unmute you. You can talk to the panel directly on this, or you can put your question in the Q&A section. So I think we do not have it here. Mr. Gopinath, Dr. Raju, I would like to come back to you on one more factor. I also understand that you are one of the largest manufacturers of 3-ply mask in Andhra.
Yeah.
And you have been doing a very noble cause of, supplying to the government bodies and to all the hospitals through government, channels. What has been your key takeaway during this, and what do you feel is the opportunity, if any, which arise, or a substitute, if any, which is available at this point of time?
Substitute in the sense what? Substitute to the typical 3-ply mask or what?
So there are two questions I have for you. One is the kind of opportunities which are available for the industry at large. Since we also have Collegiate in the room today with us. So what kind of opportunities you think are available for textile industry particularly with 3-ply mask? And since you are also into this area, what are the new opportunities which are there available for the business?
I tell you my experience instead of expecting something else. Probably I think I am the 4th player in India when I got approval for both the PPE kit manufacturing as well as mask manufacturing. Late March, right? And fortunately, India is such a great country. Now we have 4,000 fellows having approvals and the accreditations in every street across the country.
Okay.
So what I mean to tell you is the competition is enormous as well as the opportunity. But you can observe the demand for protective clothing or protective masks or whatever you call protective disposables would be there for few more years. But as a textile industry, probably we may have to innovate more towards, as our friend Victor did, to work on biodegradable part. It could be typical cotton or non-polymer based innovations. Those things will survive for a longer time. But if you can see, particularly, I 100% appreciate our trading and manufacturing community from Tirupur, particularly. They have come up with cloth-based masks like hell. It is blessing one way, the other way it is disgusting for the people who have already invested on 3-ply masks and all that. So probably for our friend in Collegiate, Tushar, if we can collaborate or do some innovation to mechanize the typical cotton-based or biodegradable-based materials manufacturing with these kind of missions. Because today the so-called Tirupur-based industry is working on labor-based machinery. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
So as our friend Tushar is into mass that, if we can modify the technology a bit and support our textile industry out there, who is making cotton based or biodegradable based mask, that would be a great change.
Yeah, yeah. I think that will be Tushar. I think you have some
Yes,
area,
yes.
a scope of work that has to be taken up.
No,
And
I've taken the point.
coming
I've taken
from-
the point. Thank you for a wonderful suggestion. I've taken the point, Dr. Raju, and will certainly get back to you.
Thank you, Tushar.
I have somebody, more people from the audience who have raised their hand. Sandeep Patani, he has raised his hand. Sandeep, I'm allowing you to speak. Please unmute yourself and you can talk now.
Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you, Sotex, for organizing this wonderful session, actually. And my question is with Dr. Raju. Good evening, sir.
Very, very good evening. Very, very good evening, my friend.
Yeah. Sir, I wanted to ask that, see, we have a large weaving sector now,
Okay.
mostly cotton and man-made.
Okay.
And now there is lack of demand in the apparel sector.
Okay.
Demand has gone down to a large extent. So what value addition do you suggest for the weaving industry so that they can sell their production? Means any kind of value addition. Now Mr. Victor has developed a kind of fabric which will be used in PP, but that is knitted.
No. It is not knitted.
It's a woven.
The inside material is knitted one.
Inside material.
And the knitted one, and the coverall is a woven material.
Yeah, we need some more users to sell our production.
Right.
Any kind of value addition such as coating or lamination or what else is we can do?
I tell you, probably next few days, 2-3 days from now, we would be ready with value addition to our liquid. You can use this liquid for while weaving.
Okay, great.
Right. So that the very fabric what you make before converting that to a garment itself becomes antimicrobial for you.
Okay.
Right. So probably be it your sari or a shirt or whatever, or a typical lungi what we wear in the South India, antimicrobial and protect you even at home or outside. That is one value addition. We might support you in next few days. Probably you can work on it. That's number one. Number two, garment industry is not doing bad in India. In fact, we were doing very good and we will be doing very good. Only thing is the course correction is coming up now is most of the fabric what we are receiving are using now, and we are mostly depending upon China or elsewhere. Right.
Right.
Fortunately, the corona has given a great opportunity for us to make things on our own, make in India. Thanks to the leadership in the government of India. Now, Atmanirbhar Bharat is one great campaign our Honorable Prime Minister has come up.
Right.
This certainly would make grassroots level weaving community would support a lot. Probably you can get in touch with me. Probably I would connect with the relevant ministry people sometime. Probably I will create a group where there were good policy decisions are coming up very soon. Right. Probably if you have any pain areas, probably you can suggest on that group. That can be directly go to the relevant authorities at government level. So what I mean to tell you is there are few innovations are on our way, and people like Victor and many other people are coming up with great innovations, and we will make them available to the grassroots level weaving community. And you must have heard about there is a community called Pochampalli sarees and all weaving community here.
Yeah.
Very next to Hyderabad.
Okay.
We are taking up with a pilot project with that, and probably all our regional papers have covered today, and we have made the antimicrobial sarees very thread itself. Right. Today only it has come.
Right.
On this spot, the Chief Minister of Telangana has announced to support them to buy those particular antimicrobial sarees for the free distribution of women here. Right. Probably this can be a pilot study where rest of the governments can take up, and either Sohil or rest of the community or the participants here can use their own connects, and we will certainly do something better to the weaving community sector.
Right. Thank you, sir. The liquid you told is washable after treating the fabric or while weaving with that liquid.
Yes.
Would that stay on the fabric?
We have soaked the raw materials in almost 2 times.
Okay.
Soak, dry, soak, dry, soak, dry, and dry 2,000 times.
Okay.
Still, it has the great antimicrobial qualities. So it is a claim as of now, unless it is testified. Until it is testified. So probably, yeah, and our friends in CPET have taken up joint initiative on this. Probably CPET will come back with the test certifications.
Sir, since your answer was very good, I just have one more curiosity.
Yeah.
Normally we speak antimicrobial properties and whatever many chemicals have also come. Is antimicrobial means it is antivirus also? Whether it is effective against the virus also, because now we are facing the threat is that from a virus. And one more thing, sir, these 3-ply mask and there are a lot of type of masks are available in the market. Whenever I've also traded in some of the commodities, but when they give a certificate, they always mention a BFE, bacterial filtration efficiency of 98, 99, whatever it is. I many times ask them whether it can filter the virus also, because we have a threat from a virus, not from a bacteria now in the present position. So just I wanted you to throw light on that, sir.
I tell you, and you must have heard about the CCMB, is it? CCMB is the Center for Molecular Biology Laboratory.
Okay.
EST, which is very much in Hyderabad again.
Okay.
So they are the one of the authorized laboratories or research organizations working on developing COVID related virus what you call pathogen.
Okay.
And unfortunately, no one in the globe could develop 100% COVID viral, particularly this particular COVID culture till date.
Okay.
So now I tell you, if I mean antimicrobial, yes, it also may implies with viral. The so-called viral may be corona, may not be corona.
Okay.
Corona family itself is 2,000 odd family members.
Okay.
This is okay. So the probability of fighting against corona is more for the so-called technologies. Number one, unless I get the culture, virus culture available for the test, nobody can prove that this is 100% against the so-called coronavirus, because coronavirus has proved about 196 strains till date.
Okay.
So what we do is, when we conduct antimicrobial or antiviral efficacy tests, we take several other viruses relevant to it, or having kind of symptoms or the parameters, right? So based on the probability, we claim yes, this fights with corona. But if somebody says it is 100% corona free, it is 100% fights with corona, I still have doubts. Probability, yes, certainly yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would surely like to connect with you, sir. If you form any group and for the government policies, etc., please just join us.
Certainly. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Sandeep Patani, for asking your questions, and I hope Dr. Raju was able to clarify you in complete detail.
Yes, sure, sir.
For example, just a second. For example, I tell you, our traditional age-old coconut oil, our traditional haldi, they are 100% antimicrobial and antiviral even. But we don't believe that that is antiviral. It is only, the placebo effect what gives more satisfaction than anything else. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, sure, sir. Haldi we are taking daily. Thank you.
So at this point of time, I would like to, we're almost towards the end of the sessions, which have been shared with me from Collegiate earlier. So I am just sharing the screen once again. There's 2 more slides we have here. So Collegiate has also mentioned to this that their machine is capable of giving, of earning up to 5 lakh rupees per month for any business people who want to join in. And they are saying that the production price ranges, I think right now today they have mentioned 1 rupee, but to me it was given out to be 60 paisa earlier. So sorry, it is 60 pieces. So there is a huge quantity output which is available in terms of the production rate, and in terms of the margin side, this is an opportunity which is now getting opened up on the export front also. India has allowed, I think, close to about 5 crore pieces to be exported on a monthly basis. So that's another opportunity which is available.
Only 4 crore for per month.
Oh, 4. Okay, sorry, my mistake, Dr. Raju. Yes, then. So this is, apart from this, I would like to also share for the people who are joining us, you may reach out to us on these numbers. The numbers are there or you can email us to us on info@sotex.com. If you are not a member, you are most welcome to join us as a trial member to understand how Sotex helps the textile community for sourcing, stock liquidation, sales, and capacity management areas. So we are almost towards the end of our session here. Mr. Maniraj, would you like to share any final note to the people?
As Mr. Raju said, about the coconut, yes. And earlier when I was telling you the product about the antimicrobial which we use is vegetable based, but now it is a coconut based. Coconut is the product that is being used in the antimicrobial product that we use. And I would like to invite all my textile friends, if you have more question about this antimicrobial product, you can reach us anytime. And Mr. Sir, I think you will be able to coordinate with this.
I have a question for you, my friend.
Yes.
For example, after using my PPE made of this coconut, if I feel hungry, can I eat it?
See, the coconut can be ate, but the cotton cannot be ate because it is being filled with cotton. It will not allow you to get into it.
Yeah. Why have I asked this question? I had this question in one of the international forums.
Right.
My UNEP sessions.
Mm-hmm.
This gave me a great, innovative thought, and we made it reality. So
right.
I'm asking you the same question. I have repeated this question again, and give me a second. I will show you this.
Right, and we will be able to supply you this antimicrobial solutions also, if it is required.
I was giving a presentation in one of the General Assembly of UNEP.
Right.
I think 2018, I gave this presentation of about the green my green mantras innovation of biodegradable plastic. Right. After this presentation, I have presented this cutlery.
Okay.
Rather, after the presentation, the cutlery has come to me.
Okay.
Somebody has was serving some snacks in a typical plastic bag again. Right. Then one gentleman asked Dr. Raju, why can't we have some cutlery made out of your material which can be biodegradable? Right. And he said, parallelly, I can also eat that cutlery. And that idea gave me this cutlery.
Right.
Right. Now I tell you, the beauty is, while after eating my biscuit or samosa, I can simply eat it.
Right. Right. This is how the cone ice, the history of cone ice.
So,
When a Japanese cleaning guy, something like, after eating the ice creams, why don't you eat these cups also?
yeah, but
It was
the
paper cup that time.
yeah, but the problem is the ice cream cup, it gets melted when it is, soaked up.
Right. Right. Right.
But with this, you
Right.
can microwave this material up to 260 degrees. You can just or boil your tea with this.
Right. Right.
After using, you can simply eat it. If not, if you can't eat it, at least you can give it to your pet.
Right.
So that is why I'm asking you, why can't we have a thought of
Definitely.
developing a PPE kit or the mask? After using it, I can eat it.
Right.
Or
Right.
at least I can give it to my cow or the pet.
Right. Right. You're right, sir.
Now you have triggered something to me. I cannot sleep for next 3 days now. Great.
So I think, Dr. Raju, I think this is a great area that you specialize in, and I'm knowing from the fact that you are into the innovation side. So it also leaves a thought with Mr. Victor Baniraj that there is something which has to be done further. Maybe the first level of innovation is done. Now he has to look for a second level of innovation which has to come out. And I believe with these two things, we have a lot of areas of concerns which were coming up. And one of my strong areas, and particularly my wish is if there can be a way to get rid of polymer plastic or petroleum products for making this, because what we see here in hospitals and some of the earlier sessions also where we have discussed, the doctors are using the PPE kit for only one patient. Some of the doctors are using it only for one patient. With every single second patient that they go and see, they have to remove and use another PPE kit. So those kind of textile waste which are getting generated. So I think Mr. Baniraj, in case if we are able to get through on all the testimonials that you would be providing us very soon, I'm sure this is a great product that can hit the market.
Yep.
And Dr. Raju has already shared some great insights of what can be the future discoveries. Any final words, Dr. Raju, that you would like to share with the people around?
Instead, we share it. I would request the participants out there. Probably they are more energetic and innovative than the guys like us. Our kind of minds can get the energies only with the ideas of the participant and the youngsters. Probably I would request the participants to come out with the ideas. And fortunately, we have facilities and infrastructure, network. Probably we can support their innovations to grow.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I would just add on to that particular one more statement which Dr. Raju has just said. SOTEX being a tech aggregator platform, we continue to bring out these issues very often in our sessions. And anyone who's having any suitable solution which can add value and requires a right platform to connect with the people or the right authorities, please feel free to reach out to us. We are more than glad to get those kind of innovations to our platform, and we can share up these things to community at large. So I think with this, we are almost towards our end of the session. Anything that you would like to add, Dr. Raju, on this, or we are good to go?
I think we are done with it. Sohail, it was a wonderful session, and the panel out there. I'm amazed with our Maniraj kind of mindset and making things work, supporting our COVID warriors. And the color Z and the mask Z. I don't know whether they are limited to the mask making machines or color printing machines or whatever. If you are a typical machine manufacturer, probably yes, I have a few pain areas. Probably you can support Mr. Tushar. You can work on. And I congratulate all the participants out there, invisible participants who could not interact with us, and for being with us. And I humbly and respectably congratulate and appreciate Mr. Sohail for taking good initiative, and we keep going in collaboration. I think everyone, when end of the day, I should request all of the participants as well as the participants and the organizers, Sohail, to chant the green mantra for protecting our planet.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor, and thank you so much, Dr. Raju, for coming in. Thank you to Tushar from ColorJet also to come and share his innovations to the people at large. Thank you so much once again for coming and sharing all your details with us. With this, we would like to close today's session. And we would welcome any more people who have their innovations and would like to share it in the open. Please reach out to Team Sotex, and we will be more than glad to help you out and making it available to the public at large. Thank you with this, and we look forward to having some more sessions coming up. We have some learning sessions which we'll be announcing up in the coming days. So next set of sessions are on process innovations, and we'll be taking up with Dr. Rajesh Veda, who is from the textile fraternity, again from the academic side. He's an ex-chairperson of NIFT. He would be coming and taking up these sessions and would be teaching, for the people who are more than interested to understand how to improve on their manufacturing processes. So with this, thank you so much. Stay in tune with us, and we'll be announcing the dates for that in our emails and the WhatsApp messages. Thank you once again, all the panelists, for coming over and joining us. Thank you, Mr. Maniraj, and thank you, Dr. Raju, and thank you, Tushar. Thank you so much for coming over and joining us.